The Warriors got their 50th win of the season tonight, this time over the Sacramento Kings in Sacramento by a final score of 109-90. And I was actually at this game. I had a great time. Steve Kerr signed my hat, and Draymond Green signed my Draymond Green jersey. So that's pretty cool. If you watch the vlog that I'll make in the coming week, then you'll see that. But yeah, this was a great game for the Warriors, despite not having Curry, Clay, Iguodala, or Otto Porter Jr. in this game. The Warriors utilized Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole to perfection and got the sound victory. I mean, I guess the Kings sort of made it interesting in the fourth quarter, but the Warriors were up by 20 points plus for most of the game. So for the Warriors, leading scorer was Andrew Wiggins. He was hitting his shots. He was making threes. He was great. Jordan Poole had 22 points. Bjelica off the bench was really good. He had a double-double. I think this is one of his best games this season. He had 19 points and 12 rebounds. 17 points for Jonathan Kuminga off the bench as well. He had a fire dunk as well that made the arena erupt. I mean, it was overwhelmingly overpopulated by Warriors fans, myself included. It's the Warriors fans always take over Golden One Center, and everyone was going crazy seeing that dunk. But yeah, I mean, the Warriors, they just proved they didn't need the star players that we usually see tonight. I mean, the Kings were mathematically eliminated from the playoffs after this loss. They have the longest NBA playoff drought in NBA history. It's been 16 years. And for the Kings, I mean, Harrison Barnes did good. He had 18 points. Dante DiVincenzo had 14, 17 for Damian Jones. But the Warriors dominated in this game the whole way through. Really in this game as well, Draymond Green, he only had 6 points, and all of his points came from three-pointers. But he worked the rebounding well and assists well. He also was fouled out of this game, so I think Draymond played his part well, especially considering the fact that the Warriors had to run a different tempo in this game, with the fact that they were not having a lot of their good players. Now with the Warriors reaching the 50-win mark, they still hold that third place spot. And if the Nuggets or Jazz lose, they're pretty much guaranteed to have a better seeding than the Nuggets or the Jazz. It's really just, neck and neck right now between the Mavericks and Warriors. And, having that third seed over the fourth seed is important. So I really hope the Warriors can do this and, win out. I think that would be the ideal thing to do. I mean, our next game is against the Los Angeles Lakers, who are struggling right now, but they still have talent. So, these next three games against the Lakers, Spurs, and Pelicans are important, but, we'll see what happens. So, yeah, the Warriors, it was a great win tonight. The second quarter for the Warriors is where the scoring just kept piling on. Bjelica was making his shots. Wiggins was, Poole, Kuminga was playing great. And, the starting lineup was interesting because he had Gary Payton the second in the starting lineup. He only had 2 points, which was just a layup. But his defense, I feel like, outweighs the fact that he doesn't score much, and his versatility and his ball movement. I mean, he didn't have any assists, so I guess his ball movement wasn't great in that account. But, he is a great passer. He's also a great defender. So I feel like with Gary Payton the second in this game, it was a lot of stuff that wasn't necessarily counted on the stat sheet. But otherwise, it was great. Damian Lee had 11 off the bench as well. I liked his production. I think tonight was a good opportunity to give some of these guys some reps, especially considering, the fact that we won pretty soundly and we have a shorthanded lineup. I think, we can probably expect Clay to come back soon. I think for now, it's like we clinched the playoffs. We want Curry to come back in a timely manner. We want Clay to be, the best he can be in the playoffs. We want, Otto Porter too as well. It's guys that are injury prone usually, so we want them to be ready for the playoffs. The playoffs is just around the corner. 3 regular season games left that are very important, but we're in the playoffs, so it's a little bit of sigh of relief. So yeah, the Warriors win their 50th game of the season. That's a big accomplishment, and they have 3 games left. Warriors moved to 50-29. The Kings moved to 29-50, and the Kings have been mathematically eliminated from the playoffs for the 16th year in a row. Man, I feel bad for their fans, but yeah. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts. I'll see you guys later, and go Warriors.